back to another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Now, I got a question from somebody, and they want to know how to talk to a woman that you just met. If you're out in public or you're at least out of your house. That's basically what you're talking about. So it could be at a restaurant, bookstore, party, etc. Now, this is not really that complicated. You know, there's a better way. You know, as a matter of fact, I would highly recommend you make your life as simple as possible. Things is already complicated around you as much as they need to be anyway. So you should simplify your life as much as possible. So let's do this. Let's say just pay attention to your environment, wherever you go. Like right now, for example, I'm in my room, and I turn this room into my mini office. So, if I look around, I got 4 walls, 1 ceiling, 1 floor with carpet. I got a desk that's over there. I got a bookshelf that's behind me, and there's another bookshelf across the room from me. I got 2 cameras, 1 stand. I got some papers over there. I got DVDs, CDs, music. I got lights. I got a window. I got pictures. I got pictures behind me. All that's in this room, right? So let's assume I didn't live here. Let's say I'm a guest. Assuming that I'm a guest that's coming over here, I'm coming over here to visit somebody. And I just happen to walk in the room, right? If I was walking to this room, first thing I would say, hey, you got a lot of good books in here. I like the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And the person living here would probably say, I like that book too. If it's still here, and he or she read it, obviously they must think the book is of some type of value. So they probably would say something like, yeah, I like it too. And then I would say, hey, what do you like about the book? Tell me about it. So when you're out and about in public, I do the same thing. You don't have to make anything up when you meet people. All you gotta do is just pay attention to what's going on in your environment and talk about it. And whatever they reply back with, I'll follow up with a question. And then after that, share something about yourself. I'll give you another example. I went to the Barnes & Noble yesterday. And I was walking through, and I saw a woman reading a book. She was reading a book by Dan Kennedy, Direct Marketing. That's the name of the book, right? And I got the book. I read the book. So I said, hey, that's a pretty good book. What do you like about it so far? Or what do you think about it so far? She started rambling about the book or whatever. And then I told her, I help people do some of the same things that's in that book. And she's like, really? Then I went into details, blah, 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 blah. This shit happens all the time. You know, if I'm at someplace like church, yes, this is a good example. When I go to church, women there, they take time to how they put a lot of time and effort in how they dress when women go to church. So I go to church, I'll be like, hey, you have nice shoes. I like your shoes. You know, I like your hair. You know, and then she was like, oh, thank you, I appreciate this. You know, I said, hey, that looked like something you got from blah 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 blah. Or I saw that in New York on, I don't know, wherever. So all you do is, in a situation like that, if you're at church or you're at a fashion show or you're in a place where women take pride in how they dress before they got there, give a compliment, ask a question, and share something about you. Maybe you saw the dress in a store. Maybe you saw the shoes in a magazine. Maybe you saw a celebrity with the shoes on. That's it. Really. I do this all day. This is natural. I don't plan none of this stuff out. And before you're done looking at this video, you're never going to ever have to struggle again with trying to come up with a conversation on how to approach women or anything like that. Because it's easy. All you do, I'm going to break it. It's really three things you do. You observe what's going on in your environment at that moment. And you ask a question. And you share something about you. That's it. That's really it. It's really simple. It's not complicated. You don't have to guess. You don't need a pickup line. You don't need the magic words to make a woman fall on your lap. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Now, what I would say, there's certain environments you have to be very tactful and very careful and choose your words well. Any political place, political mean any place where there's a lot of politics, like your job or like a party where it's like a ball, that type of conservative environment. You have to choose your words very well, and you have to be very tactful. And keep this in mind. If someone doesn't like you, there's nothing you can say that they're gonna like. And this is why a lot of guys get into trouble at their jobs, because they'll give women compliments that don't like them, and as soon as they give the woman a compliment, it bombs. They end up in HR talking to maybe the supervisor, and they get a sexual harassment charge or some shit like that. They get written up and all kind of shit. And the only reason why the woman, she might say, hey, he's sexually harassed me. The only reason why that really happens is because the woman doesn't like them. She's not sexually attracted to them. That's why. That's why the comments bomb. So you don't want to give anyone compliments that you know don't like you. Just like when I was at my job, the only women I gave compliments are the women that I knew liked me. The ones that didn't like me, I kept my distance. I didn't give any compliments. None whatsoever. So you can use these three ways of approaching women anywhere. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're on a vacation at a resort, in the airport, at the bookstore. It's really three things. Observe where you are, what's going on in your area. If you're on the beach, you'd be like, hey, you see the girl on the beach in the bikini? You'd be like, hey, that's a nice bikini that you got on. You know, she's gonna say thank you because they take a lot of pride in picking out bikinis. And then after she says thank you, you say, hey, how long you been here? That's why I asked, how long you been here? You know, then she's gonna say, I've been here for 2-3 days, whatever. And I say, hey, I just got here yesterday. Tell me some of the spots, hot spots in the area. Just like that. That do this all day, every day. You know, that's how you approach just people in general, especially women. Because if you're watching me right now, you want to approach more women. So just keep this thing simple. Then I wrote a whole book, whole course. I created a whole course and I wrote a book. As a matter of fact, I did a whole chapter in both of my books about this, about approaching women. And if you need more help with that, click the link below this video. That way, you won't have to struggle anymore. You won't have to go anywhere else. And you won't ever have to, you won't have this problem anymore. This problem will be solved for the rest of your life. Because you're going to be able, even if you forget, you can always go back and read and listen to what I said and refresh your memory. And see, these quote, dating gurus aren't going to tell you this. They make everything all complicated. But I'm breaking this thing down to the simplest, as simple as humanly possible we can get. So if you want any solutions, if you want to get this approaching thing taken care of and what you should say when you approach a woman, click the link below this video. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You deserve it. So hey, well, if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. And again, if you want to learn how to approach women and get that thing taken care of, and you won't have to worry about any more approach anxiety, click the link below this video. And give me a thumbs up if you like this. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.